What's up, guys? This is Andrew at Bayshore Bullion Exchange. I'm here with my buddy Stormy at Empire Precious Metals.
Look at him taking the reins. I love it.
Man. We got an interesting topic today. My specialty, scrap gold.
Scrap gold. We're going to get into all things scrap gold.
All things scrap gold. Had a lot of people reach out that are looking to invest in scrap gold over coins and bullion, and it's kind of the same thing, you know. Depending on who you buy from, you could probably get in cheaper, you know, than
like if you're to buy stuff like this.
Yeah, sure, and you get to wear it, which is a huge plus. You can look cool wearing it.
Why don't you show everybody the Mr. T chains?
My chains. You know what? I don't even show them that much. I got.
Oh my God!
I wear these
every day.
Yeah, they're hard to take off. This is my St. Lazarus charm.
I know nothing about that stuff.
This is a shipwreck coin off the Dominican Republic from the 1700s. This was actually my grandfather's.
Okay.
That's one of the cool things about jewelry, too. You know, you could have it made into something sentimental. This coin, I had this made. This gold bezel.
The bezel?
You know, it looks like a ship wheel.
I'm just looking at the amount of stuff. He wears this on a daily basis, too. This isn't just like... like you can always see like 14 pounds of gold.
You know what? I never wear them because I never notice them because I never wear them out.
I know.
You know. And listen, don't get me wrong. I just have a lot on now. If you caught me in the right mood, I'd sell them right off my neck.
Oh, really?
You know, I wear them all the time. At one time, a couple of years ago, I was wearing like 10.
Really?
People were like, "What in the world are you doing with all those gold chains on?" But one day, a dealer came in, bought them all right off my neck.
Oh,
you know. And
we need to get
everything's for sale.
We need to get you a crown. Just get him wearing a crown or something and like a scepter. So you're saying that people should get into buying scrap gold? Why?
Yeah, I mean it's the same kind of thing. You know, it's chain too. Chain you could always resell. It might be easier to sell than a coin. You know.
But the thing is, you know, okay, because I know nothing about the scrap stuff. I don't buy. I don't wear. I don't have anything on my neck. I don't wear any jewelry.
Well, gold's gold, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it has a purity. It has a weight. You know, and there's a value for it for the day. So you know, as long as you know how to punch the numbers. You know,
which I don't. So I'd call you and have you do it for me.
It's not nowadays. You can Google anything, figure out anything. You know what I mean? But you could easily figure out whether it's a good investment or not. Usually buy it by the gram or by the pennyweight.
Okay.
I meant to ask you that. You deal in grams or pennyweights?
Pennyweights is like Russian to me. I like.
You know what? A lot of people are the same way. In this area, New York, New Jersey, we use pennyweights.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Sometimes I have a lot of customers that send me stuff from other states. And I ask them, I said, listen, I'm about to write your ticket up. Do you want grams or pennyweights? And the first question I said, what the hell's a pennyweight?
Yeah. What is it? How many pennyweights? It's just a unit of measure.
Gram? I like to use it more. It's simpler math.
Is it more precise than grams?
It's literally no different. It's just another unit of measure.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But so there's 20 pennyweights to an ounce. It's much easier math. You just divide by 20 to figure out the scale. Make sure the scale's on pennyweights. You don't want to weigh it in grams and figure it out in pennyweights. You'll lose your shirt.
Now, do you think so? You're saying that stackers, they should have silver and gold, but should they?
So what would be the difference, right? Let's say shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
You had to rely on gold for trade and all this other stuff. What would be the difference if you took a chain like this and broke off the links and traded it? You know,
I mean,
it's literally the same thing. You
know, in terms of gold, but people with the coins though, at least it's got the actual weights on it.
Listen, if gold in those scenarios where you had to barter it, listen, they'd be pulling it out of bills.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They'd be pulling it out of anything that they can get those greenbacks, whatever that. They'd be melting them by the wheelbarrow.
Right. Goldbacks.
The goldbacks, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Gold comes out of it right now. We've seen gold hit all-time highs. People are bringing in stuff that looks gold.
Yeah.
You know, it's it comes in.
Yeah. How much scrap gold should people? I mean, and you're saying scrap gold, but you're saying just like
couple chains. You know,
just to have them, just
what's the difference if you're buying gold? You know, and you could.
I'd rather have coins.
Yeah, it's preference, isn't it? People like, so, you know, it's like what we talk about on here. Some people prefer low premium stuff. Some people like the collectible stuff. You know what I mean? I would definitely, a seasoned guy and you got a little bit of everything, why wouldn't you add gold? I'd even add diamond and watches if you have that deep of a pocket.
I don't have deep pockets, but I do have.
Like I said, it's a budget.
My wife's got the diamonds. I have the watch. I was gonna go. Actually, I'm looking at another watch.
Your wife has the diamonds. Did she buy them as like an investment or?
Gifts.
Oh well.
So that she's got her engagement ring, and then I bought her diamond earrings a long time ago. And then I got her another pair of diamond earrings, and my mother gave her a pair of diamond earrings. So she's got diamonds and stuff like that. But
by the way, from now on, you better never buy jewelry from anybody else.
Just you
man.
only?
I got you.
You
man.
got me?
I got you
even diamonds?
I'll hook you up with some nice stuff, Stormy.
Listen.
No, that's only an offer for Stormy.
Oh,
don't be sending me comments for diamond jewelry and stuff.
Actually, somebody was asking me if you bought recently a guy who I work with, who I've been friends with for over 10 years now. I said you guys are stunt doubles. He's just a little bit taller than you and I, but bald, beard. He's like your stunt double.
I like him already.
But he's like, oh, does your guy deal in diamonds? Like, yeah, Andrew does everything. I'm like, he's pulling stones out of all sorts of stuff before he starts melting stuff down. I mean, yeah, Andrew does a little of everything.
What's he gonna do? Buy?
Oh, I don't know. I think he was just curious because he was asking me about. I forget what we were talking about. I was showing him the gold melt video that we did together a couple months ago, and he was asking like how you go about melting it. Like, do you have like industrial size things? Like, no, look. I was like, this is why you should be watching my videos, you know. And so he was just sitting there like watching you go. He's like, he's not even wearing like gloves. I was like, no, the guy does this in flip flops. Like, he's a freaking man. Fucking maniac.
I had to do a couple melts this week, man.
Oh my god, but at least it's like winter time, so he's not wearing flip flops or whatever. But speaking of the melting, have you ever had like any scares where like you almost got a drip of the molten gold on you?
I had something really weird happen. I had somebody bring me high carat gold, which was like 21, 22 carat, and I melted it into this beautiful bar, right? And I go to hit it with the hammer. You seen how I hit it with the hammer and knocked the borax off?
Knock it in half?
Cracked it right in half.
That is
and
weird.
I've melted thousands of gold bars.
We
Never
think
happened
Thor.
once.
You're like
Never
Thor and
once.
Thor's hammer.
And right away, I called this company that I deal with. I sell the scrap gold bars to, and they said, "Oh, don't worry about it. We'll remelt it. Blah blah blah. We'll see what it is." So they called me. Because I don't know. Maybe listen. I've never had that happen either. So if somebody sent me a gold bar and it was broken in half, I'd probably remelt it too. I don't know, just to see what it is and see if there's anything funky in there. So they melt it. They call me and they say, "Listen, you're not going to believe this." I said, "What happened?" They said, "Everything's all right with the gold. It's a high carat melt. We hit it with the hammer. It broke right in half after we melted it." And the
same thing to them too.
Same thing happened to them.
Is it because it's high carat?
It must have been because it was high carat.
I think that makes sense because think about it. Everybody says
very
that
soft,
yes, buffaloes and maples and everything. Those are going to ding.
Long and thin.
Yeah,
and I'll post a video of it. I'm pretty sure I have footage of it, but I was a little scared. I said, "Oh man, maybe this wasn't gold."
Right.
You know what I mean? But
you always test this stuff.
I X-rated it. Showed good, but man.
You're like, what the heck is this?
I've never had that happen, man.
It has to be because it was
like
the purity of it, high carat.
Broke right in half.
Yeah, because like everybody says how eagles are a lot more durable because they have the copper in it. And
it's funny. I've actually had people that come in with like high carat nuggets and stuff like that, and they bite it right in front of me. They're like, "It's gold," and they bite it. I said, "Listen, what the hell are you doing?"
I think they're like a cartoon. Have you ever tried doing that?
No.
Is your next thing going to be gold fronts?
You know what? I tried to have a gold tooth put in. My dentist wouldn't do it.
Why?
You know what? He looked at me. He's like, "Listen, you're a young guy, man." He's like, "You got a nice
smile. You would look like a pimp.
Don't do it. I wanted to do this one right here."
You were gonna take.
I was gonna rip it out. Put a gold implant in there.
Something wrong with you.
And my dentist was like, "Listen, don't do that, man." He's like, "I'm telling you personally." He's like, I was probably maybe 28 at the time. I had recently done like a ton of dental work. I was like, let's finish it off with a gold crown, gold crown.
If I
he pulled me out of side. He's like, "Listen, son, this is not a good idea."
I'm glad he didn't. That's like getting like
a
tattoo on your face or something. You don't want to do that.
I like the gold tooth. I don't know.
Just get a mold of one, and you could just put it on there or take it off.
I'll put it on for the show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't the day you do something like that, we're done.
We got to sign a contract.
You're gonna have to work with somebody else. They'll be like, "Why?" Hey, they'll be like, "Storm, why do you have a pimp on your on your channel?" I don't know, man. I can't get into the gold because I would never wear it. So if I were to buy gold chains, I don't know.
You're all about metals.
Yeah.
What about a silver chain? Would you wear a silver chain? You're a big silver guy.
I'm more of a gold guy than silver. I think back in the day, I had like early 20s when I was into like lifting weights and everything.
We talk about how we're both kids. We were born about the same age. Did you ever have like that big rope chain or like that herringbone chain?
I had a herringbone, but it wasn't like a huge one. It was like just like a normal size one. But I did. I might have a picture in there. But that was like when I was like into lifting weights and and then I had like the chain. I had the one hoop earring and then I had like the 2 tattoos or whatever. But I just
you got tattoos?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I have a half a sleeve.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Wow, Stormy.
You haven't seen it.
Nah.
I have a half sleeve. I'll show
you.
You
got a different outfit on today, man.
I know. I couldn't find I wore my Grateful Dead sweatshirt. I couldn't find my Empire Precious Metals sweatshirt. But no, I have 2 tattoos. I got one half sleeve here, and then this one I got a big tattoo there, and I debated on doing a half sleeve. See, look at it. He's like, I would never
learning more about this guy every day.
He's like, because I'm a bit of a nerd. So when he's like, oh my god, the guy's got tattoos though, it's like messing with his mind. In terms of like wearing the necklaces, so here's one misconception too that you and I were talking about before we started recording was that I was like, oh yeah, I know people buy like a lot of gold jewelry because they'll wear it, when they're coming in and out of a country and they won't declare it, and it's a way for them to kind of get their gold in. You're like, you can't do that, it's illegal. Yeah. I'm like, no, they're just not claiming the...
Yeah, no, they do that to circumvent the law.
But he was saying like, no, you have to illegal. Actually... Yeah, he's like, you have to claim if you have over $10,000.
Yeah, I think that's how that works. I don't know. I don't know. I've never left anywhere and tried to bring more than $10,000 worth of stuff,
Right.
But I don't know. I've seen all kind of creative stuff. I've seen people melt down high carat gold into like a bracelet like this and paint it.
No.
So it doesn't even look like it's gold or silver.
And then
how do you come over here and sell it?
And then just sell it, and then you just melt it. The paint's gone, and
yeah, I'm sure that stuff comes right off it.
Comes off. So they're just smuggling it. Yeah, I just don't like the way. I feel like I don't like the way that the necklace would feel around my neck, and I don't know. For me,
I'm gonna have by the time the next couple episodes, I'm gonna have Stormy wearing a huge Cuban.
Oh, I don't know about that. Like maybe like really quick on camera, fine, but actually like owning and wearing one.
I got a nice one for you too.
No, I probably would never wear the thing. I wouldn't. And like even like, and it's different. Like line of work because like I'm a teacher, so I can't see myself wearing like hold up your rings like big knuckle rings of gold like across like all like I can't imagine a teacher walking in wearing gold across their knuckles and like big gold chains. It seems out of place, at least in my profession. And in your profession it's different because you're buying and selling this stuff all the time.
Yeah, no, sure. Like I said, I sell it right off my neck.
That's what
I have people ask me, say, why do you have so many gold chains on? I said, I sell them.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you see higher or lower demand for scrap gold versus bars and coins and things like that? Like when people come to you to buy from you, are they buying more coins
mostly
and bars?
they're not. They're two totally different customers. You know what I mean? The guys that come here and buy chains and stuff like that don't do anything in coins and bars.
What are they doing with the chains? Just reselling them?
Yeah, a lot of them resell them. A lot of them do what I do. They wear them until they sell them. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna go bad. These gold chains on my neck ain't gonna be worth nothing.
And what's like the carat of like
14? A lot of people only wear 14, depending on.
Why is that?
10 carats is sometimes
10 carats like poor man's gold.
No, it's not even as poor man's gold. Sometimes you could just tell. It's like
orange.
There's almost as much copper as there is gold in it.
But then why not like 18 carats?
It's the strongest.
14 carats.
10 carat.
No, I know, but like why not buy like where?
Well, it's more expensive. 18 carat and a 14 carat chain that weigh the same. You're gonna pay significantly more for the 18 carat chain.
Of course, because it's got more gold content in it.
But 14 depends on what countries too. Some of these countries they don't let anything under 18 karat touch their skin. You know,
Just
so a lot of these
it's
countries,
just like a faux pas, like just like a no. You just don't do
it's
it.
like kind of beneath them. They don't let they don't want
The poor man's gold.
The poor man's gold, even 14 karat, they consider.
But you're wearing all 14 karat.
I'm wearing a poor man's gold. Yeah.
I think
but I you know what? I grew up. The United States is like a 10, 14 karat. The designer stuff's crafted in 18. You know, but Americans, I don't really wear. They wear 14 karat jewelry. They don't really go after the 18 and the higher karat stuff. I do have some customers that do, but majority of it's 14 karat, 10 karat.
Now the Rolex that you had that one day, that are you wearing that right now, or
nah?
no?
You know what?
I forgot mine.
I don't know.
But
in the wintertime, I always wear long sleeves, so it covers it, and I don't know. It's not as cool as when you're wearing a short sleeve shirt.
It's true. Is it pure gold? I forget.
No, that's a two-tone.
It was a two-tone. So it's got the steel, but it's got the gold in the middle. Yeah. That's the other thing too, because you were saying like people should get into possibly watches.
Watches too. Rolexes and diamonds. I was talking about diamonds too. Both have dropped significantly in the last couple months, and
I know
it might be a good time to get it. And those change too. You might buy a watch right now. I'll tell you, my watch was retailing for 10 to 12 grand, maybe a year ago, 8 months ago. I see people advertising it now for $5,000-$6,000. You know, that's how much that market's changed.
The one that you had with the diamonds?
Man. Yep. I was gonna buy one for $5,000 the other day just to have two of them.
I'm gonna have to see this again. I thought it was like a $20,000-$30,000.
You're in the market for one? Stormy, come on,
man. I don't know. I mean, if it's a
15
5
carat, I swear to God, I seen one for $5 grand.
Used.
Yeah, I bought mine used. There's nothing wrong with pre-owned Rolexes. Pre-owned Rolexes.
No, they still hold their value. I bought mine new.
14, is that what you did? You bought yours
14,000.
Man, Stormy, we probably could have got you a pre-owned one for 11.
God.
With paperwork, everything in it. But you did show me a new one that you wanted.
The Panda?
One. The Panda, or whatever, which one you want.
I've showed you a couple.
Buddy.
That's like,
it'll be on your wrist.
Never happen.
It'll be on your wrist one day.
It will happen when this channel, either your channel or my channel, goes to millions of subscribers, and we're getting hundreds of thousands of views per video. Then, yeah, maybe. Until then, I'll still just be wearing. I'm happy with the one I have, but it's hard because you buy one, and then you see other ones. And you're like, oh my God, I want that one. I want this one.
Coming out.
There's a Breitling Nav timer that I want. And this is the funny thing. This one watch, it's got the glass back, so you can see all of the movements inside, and it's awesome. But somebody was like, yeah, but you never see it if you're wearing it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's kind of a good point. But I'd be taking the thing off and just like staring at that the whole time.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The inside mechanisms of the watch really.
That watch is like 9,400. The one I'm looking at.
Oh wow.
I know I have a dealer who said he could get me one for $6,000 if I wanted it. I'm gonna hold for now. I'm actually looking at a bunch of different things. I'm looking at buying more Bitcoin. I told you, I sold off all of mine a while ago, but now I'm going to start getting back into it.
Maybe $100 a week. I'm just going to start building up something slowly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't hurt, and it's.
I was talking to a friend of mine. I would rather have a little, at least.
It can't hurt to have a couple thousand in Bitcoin.
Right, as opposed to nothing. It's just if I had 20, 30 grand wrapped up in it, and then you see it drop back down to 15, 20,000 there, it's
having a couple thousand in it, and it's not too risky.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But watches, I probably do want another one. The issue too, though, that I have is that the Breitling that I'm looking at has a black face. And the watch that I have now already has a black face, so it's you don't want to get two of the same.
See, that's a problem with watches too. The colors. You want it. Some of them you have to match with your outfits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's that's why I like this either stainless steel or gold. Just goes with anything.
Yeah. I don't know if I would get a two-tone. I mean, the Panda. The Panda, the Panda. It's a Daytona. The is it a GMT or a Daytona? I forget which one, but it's got the white face with the. To me, that watch is awesome, but that's 32,000, 37,000. I'm like, okay.
It'll be on your wrist soon, Stormy.
Yeah, he keeps saying this. If you're buying it for me, Andrew's going to sell all of this and get me an early Christmas gift. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'll think on buying a chain. I don't know if I would ever wear it. It's not for me, man. Not for me.
Let's get one. Let me get one out. You can wear it for the rest of the episode.
Well, this episode's wrapping.
We'll get a feel for it.
We're wrapping. It's gonna maybe on the next one. But guys, make sure you tune in on. He's pushing this gold hard.
I'm gonna get a chain on Stormy's neck, and that watch he's been talking about. He's gonna be wearing it in the next couple of months.
Oh, with your money, fine. I don't know where that money's gonna come from, but. Guys, you got to make sure you tune in every Sunday for the exchange, and we appreciate that you guys
Have a
tuned
good weekend,
in,
guys.
And we'll see you on the next one.